this is Sister ToFunky live at Cafe 70 at the Museum of UnCut Funk. I'm here with my friend Julie and we're getting ready to prepare some pizzas because we've had one too many mojitos. So as you can see, I've already put a pizza dough in my pizza pan. I did not make this pizza dough myself. This is store-bought from my local supermarket. You can buy pizza dough from the supermarket and or go to your local pizzeria. Most of them do sell pizzas to you, very inexpensive. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I have this beautiful silicone rolling pin that was given to me by a very dear friend of mine's mother who gave this to me as a Christmas gift. I usually use wooden, but I thought I'd break this out for today. So I'm rolling out my pizza dough. I have whole wheat flour on my marble countertop. If you don't have a marble countertop, you could use a wooden countertop. You could use a wooden butcher block. Just make sure that it's dry. Make sure you have plenty of flour. So now I'm ready to take my pizza dough. I'm going to put it in my pizza pan. Sprinkle a little whole wheat flour on the pan so it doesn't stick while it's cooking. Now I prefer to use white pizza dough, which is made with enriched white flour. I know that is not as healthy as using whole wheat dough, but it depends on the type of cheeses that I'm using and the ingredients that I'm using that I will make that difference in making the choice when I purchase my pizza dough. However, whole wheat pizza dough is much healthier for you. Some pizza doughs you can get that are gluten-free depending on the ingredients that are used, but for today we're using regular pizza dough. For any reason that you have a dietary problem, I would encourage you to use whole wheat. And for that matter, make your own pizza dough. I have done so in the past. It's just very time consuming. And today, it's about mojitos, good conversation.
And Julie's hungry.
And Julie's hungry, so I need to move forward. Okay, so once you have your pizza doughs in the pan, it doesn't have to be perfect because it is going to cook. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. That's what I've done thus far. So I'm going to take a little virgin olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I put some in on my pizza dough, and this is really to keep it moist and it doesn't get dried out in the cooking process. You'll find that some Italian restaurants will do that when they're making pizza. Excuse me. I'll take my brush and I will brush the oil all around the pizza dough. Now if you see something caking up on your pizza, it's really the flour that's starting to cake up. That's fine because once the cheese gets on top and it starts to melt, you won't even notice that there's flour on your dough. So take your brush, go around, make sure you spread it out as evenly as possible. Make sure it gets on every area of the pizza. It doesn't have to be picture perfect. We just want to make sure we get it covered. So, now what I like to do next is take some Parmesan cheese and I like to sprinkle that all over my pizza at the base. I just like the fact that cheese incorporates into the baking process. It's closer to the bread.
What cheese are you using? You know I love cheese.
Well, I'm using a Parmesan Pecorino Romano cheese to put on my pizza after I spread olive oil on it. I like to have that pizza flavor in my dough when it's cooking. Oh. Then I'm going to make two kinds of pizzas. I'm going to make a white pizza and I'm going to add tomato sauce on this pizza. So the next thing I do is I add a little Parmesan, a little mozzarella cheese next. Just sprinkle a little bit so it cooks into the pizza dough. I put them on both.
Is that any special kind or?
This is a store brand. My local supermarket, whenever it's on sale.
Oh, good.
Because I am a cheese fanatic myself, and you know, if we could eat cheese every day of the week, we would, but that's not good for one's health, so
I'm noticing though, is it low fat or something? That's good.
Yes, it's a reduced fat mozzarella cheese. So, you know, pizza can tend to be a little fattening, so some of the products that I buy, I try to use reduced fat, and as long as they have a good taste to them, because sometimes when you take out all the fat and all the ingredients, you're missing stuff. So before I move forward, I'm going to move these pizzas over And the next thing I'm going to do is I feel like I discovered this new supermarket. It's an Asian supermarket in my community. And I've been going in there to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. And they sell broccoli leaves. And if I think about all the years that my mother and I, as I've matured, have taken off the leaves off of broccoli and just thrown them away, they're using these and selling them in the Chinese supermarket. So now I just buy a big bag of them, and it's unbelievable. You can get a big bag of them for like $2.
Yum, my mother used to force me to eat them, but I bet if she put them on pizza, I would have loved it.
Well, I'm telling you, these are, and I make a great salad with these leaves, and I don't even cook them. You don't need to cook them. They're so sweet. Matter of fact, taste that.
Thanks. Sorry, Mom. These are good.
They're easy to cook with. You don't have to overcook them. They cook very quickly. So I'm just going to give a nice chop to the leaves. And when you're using your knife, always hold your knife like this. Put your thumb here. Hold the bottom of the knife with 4 fingers and put your thumb at the base of the knife. And you do a rocking motion when you're chopping. So your knife goes back and forth, and you can do an easy, fine chop. And always make sure when you're holding your vegetables, you hold them like this, because I have been known to scrape a nail off or 2. So take your time and chop, and just continue to chop until you get to the end. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to bring my pizzas back over. Now my white pizza, I'm going to grab a handful of this broccoli, but a lot of it has the base of the broccoli in it. When I say the base, the stem. And I'm going to put this all over my pizza. And I actually like a lot of this. So we're going to fill that up. And then from here, I'm going to take some chicken apple sausage. Now, I buy this at my local supermarket. I don't get it from the butcher. The supermarket, I usually, when I get it from the supermarket, I take the casing off and I chop it up. Because sometimes when you cook sausage, you get the casing. It's like you're pulling at it and you're tugging at it after it's cooked, and I don't like to have that effect.
Thank you.
So, I'm going to generously put this sausage all over the pizza. And this is just 1 sausage link. I don't want to overcrowd my sausage. I'm going to add some shiitake mushrooms to this. And again, I'm just going to take my mushrooms. Do you like shiitake mushrooms? Do you like shiitake mushrooms?
I love everything you cook so far, so.
All right, I'm just going to give this a rough chop.
They look yummy. Where'd you get them?
From the Asian supermarket as well.
Oh, the same place with the broccoli.
Yes, I'm telling you, a bag of shiitake mushrooms at the Asian supermarket, $2.25.
Were they fresh or dry?
Fresh.
Because a lot of times I buy them dried, and it takes, oh, thank you. It takes so long to boil the water. Ooh, yum.
So I'm going to put the mushrooms on the pizza. Put a generous amount of mushrooms on.
I wish I had the sauce on that one.
Well, you know what? I have more mushrooms. I can add more to that.
And sausage.
And sausage. Now this is Thai basil. I get this from the Asian market as well. I'm telling you, I love this place. A big package of this basil is like $2, $1 and change, depending on the size. And I just pluck the leaves off, and I put it right on my pizza.
May I ask why you prefer this to regular basil that I might grow in my garden?
You know, I don't have a preference. I'm just floored at the fact of how reasonable these vegetables are that I just buy it. And I mean, the amount that I get in a package is actually unbelievable. So let me show you. So this is a package of the Thai basil. Wow. This entire package was $1.89. This is the Chinese broccoli. Now mind you, I've already cooked out of this bag twice. $2.52.
Great tip.
Love it. So if you have an Asian supermarket in your community, don't feel like you can't go in. You're not going to know what to buy. You're going to feel intimidated. They're not going to want you in there because you're a person of another ethnic group. Not a problem. They want your money. They're willing to help you. And if you go in there on a regular, they will be extremely friendly. This has been my experience. So I encourage all of you to go to different supermarkets in your community, step outside of your community, and try something new. You'd be amazed.
It's also food. We have similar tastes.
Yes. We go to restaurants that prepare foods that are international. So why not go to a supermarket that has international foods that may be very interesting to your palate. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add a salad blend of cheese. This is Parmesan and Asiago cheese and Romano cheese. It's a salad blend, but this is actually delicious on pizza. So I'm going to be very generous with this. And I'm going to spread this all over my pizza. So once that's done, I'm going to focus on my pizza with tomato sauce. Now, as you know, I have already put Parmesan cheese on my crust. First I added olive oil, I put Parmesan cheese, and then I put mozzarella cheese. So now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of my tomato sauce, and I'm just going to put little dollops of tomato sauce all over my pizza.
Do you ever normally make your own sauce?
I have, but you know what? I've discovered this sauce in my local supermarket, and it is a organic pizza sauce.
Oh, I know that brand. What is it?
Nature's Promise.
Uh-huh.
Pizza sauce. It's organic, and I just like the way that it tastes. So for this, what did you want on this pizza?
Sausage.
And you want some more of that?
Yeah.
Do you want some garlic?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me, I'll be right back. I have
Mushrooms.
some garlic.
I want everything.
Okay, we have plenty of garlic here. And just to give you an idea, oh, I forgot about the other stuff. Okay, now this is the garlic from the Asian supermarket. Again, I have used this package. This was $1.79.
Wow.
For this much garlic.
Oh, chef, could I ask a question? Do you ever use ricotta cheese on pizza?
Oh, you made the director very happy.
Oh, well, good. Because I don't live here, so I want to make everybody happy.
Okay, so we went to our favorite place today, and we got some whole milk ricotta cheese. We shop at this place called the Wine Library in this town called Millburn, New Jersey, and this place is fabulous.
Chef, could I ask a question?
Yes.
If I can't get that, somebody told me once cottage cheese was like a substitute for that. Do you agree, or?
Cottage cheese can be a substitute if you're on a diet.
Okay.
And you really want to watch your
Or
intake.
what if I can't get ricotta cheese?
You can substitute cottage cheese for ricotta cheese. What I would encourage you to do is take a little bit of cottage cheese, depending on how much you want to use, put it in a bowl, and mix some of the other cheeses in there.
Okay.
This way you don't get that bland cottage cheese taste. It'll add some consistency and body to the cottage cheese, and it'll make it more flavorful. So what I'm going to do now is actually, before I do that, I'm going to chop up my garlic. So what I do is I just mash my garlic like this. I use a lot of garlic and everything. It's just not a favorite vegetable in my household. But yes, to me, garlic is a vegetable. Garlic is very healthy for you. I remember as a kid watching my grandmother drink garlic water.
Me too.
because she had high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And she swore by it. So, you know, there's some things you retain as an adult that you feel you must do so you don't have to deal with all of those ills that, you know, our ancestors have dealt with.
And
so,
thank you, Chef, for using it, even though I know it's not popular here.
Oh, it's popular here. It is very popular. So I'm going to give it a rough chop because although we don't have any demons we're trying to ward off here, when garlic cooks down and it starts to caramelize, it's just heaven. And I have to have Julie over to do this 40 clove
Yeah, my
dish.
favorite, the 40 cloves of garlic and chicken.
Oh yes. So now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put it all over my pizza like this. Yes, it looks like it's a lot of garlic, but if you're a fan of garlic,
Oh, Chef, I love you.
you want some garlic on this one too?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to put some garlic over here.
Sorry, director.
And we're going to finish this with garlic. Okay, now we're going to take the remaining vegetables. We're going to put this on here like that.
Now, I noticed, okay, Chef, I'm just going to ask you a question because many times, although you're using a thin crust,
Yes.
and I would love to get your thought on thin versus thick crust, but I will just say this. I often, depending on the sauce, when I'm ordering a pizza, ask for extra sauce. I noticed that you were a little sparing with the sauce.
You know what it is? I think for me, I just like to taste all the ingredients. And when you put a lot of sauce on your pizza, then you're missing out on the garlic, then you eat the vegetables, and then, you know, we have 3 different types of cheeses on these pizzas, and, you know, do you want to taste tomato sauce, or do you want to taste...
I never thought about that.
You know,
okay.
the pizza itself. You know, you have to appreciate the crust. You have to appreciate the olive oil and how, you know, the crust is not dried out. You have to appreciate the fact that, wow, there's garlic and mushrooms and all of these great ingredients on this pizza. And I don't taste anything because I taste this wonderful pizza sauce. And, you know, sometimes you have to decide, is that what you want? Do you want pizza or do you want tomato sauce and pizza?
Right.
So, now that we have our vegetables and meat, I'm going to add some ricotta cheese.
While you're doing that, Chef, could I ask a question about oven heat? You said preheat the oven to 350.
350.
Now, normally, like if I go to a pizza shop or whatever, they have this big coal oven. It's heated to like 700 degrees,
Yes.
whatever. Why is 350 okay?
350 is really a standard temperature for cooking. And I find because this is a
You
thin...
wouldn't do 425?
No, I wouldn't do 425 because because it's a thin crust pizza, it's not going to take a lot of time to cook.
Oh, right.
And, you know, I don't like crisp crust. I like it kind of, you know, in between soft and crisp. So it takes less than 10 minutes for this to cook.
That's great because, and you said what, 350?
350.
See, that's really good because that, you know, listen, I'm sure the pizza people can pay their electricity bills. I can't, so 350 works for me.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, you can raise it to 450. I don't think it's necessary, but
Cool.
I've never tried it at 450. You know, I know that cooking in a pizza oven, the temperature is higher. If you're in an industrial space, you could probably make it higher, but you know,
For me at home, 350
if you're cooking
is
in your
okay.
home, 350 is fine. You know, it will cook at the same rate of speed.
Fabulous.
It'll cook, it may take a few minutes more than it would if you had it at 425, 450.
Well, that's okay, Chef, because I think you're making more mojitos, so I could wait.
Okay, so now I'm adding my mozzarella cheese to this. I'm going to be very generous with that. Get it all around the edges because I've made pizza that had the edges filled with cheese, and I don't know, I have to work on that recipe a little bit more. It didn't come out the way that I wanted it to. So I'm going to add some basil to this, and I just like to put my leaves right on the pizza. When it comes out of the oven, I will add more basil because I just love the taste of basil. And then I'm adding my Asiago Romano Parmesan cheese mix to this. Let me open up this bag a little bit more and put a generous amount on. And we have all of this goodness on this pizza, and we shall be eating pizza shortly.
Chef, I can't wait. This is so good. More mojitos.
Yes. Okay, this is Sista ToFunky with her pizzas. We're going to pop them in the oven, and when they're done, we'll be back to show you how they came out. Hi, this is Sista ToFunky. I'm back at Cafe 70 at the Museum of UnCut Funk, and I'm taking our pizzas out the oven. This is the cheese, ricotta, and vegetable and sausage pizza. And this one is the shiitake mushroom, vegetable, and apple sausage pizza. So let me close my stove. I'm going to sit that over there. I am going to get my spatula, my glove, and I'm going to take this pizza out. Hopefully, because we're on camera, it's not going to stick. And I'm going to slide it on my board. And I'm going to take my pizza cutter, and I'm going to cut my pizza. Now I prefer a pizza cutter because the edges are sharper. It's almost as sharp as having a knife. And the last time I had a pizza roller or a pizza cutter, the wheel, it started to rust. So I decided to get rid of that and try this. And hopefully I can pick up my slice. Everything won't fall off. I may have to get you a fork to eat that with. And there we have our slice. So Julie, I hope you enjoy. I hope the crust is not too thin. But if it is, we have plenty of pizza dough, plenty of mojitos, and we will be here a while. So I hope you enjoy.